Hello everybody and welcome back to the playthrough of Grizzly Tournament opening round. This will gonna be the back nine holes. So I hope you scored a pretty good score on the front nine. Let's go into the back nine. So as we already did this shot, this is gonna be a tiny bit different than the front nine. Because, well, I'm not gonna go with a white ring. Because of the wind difference. The wind it's a crosswind from right to left, and I will gonna end up a bit more to the right. So in to change that, I placed actually the blue ring by the rough over there, going with 2.5 top spin and 1 right spin. The adjustment was pretty much the same, remained to max plus 20 P1. So we are adjusting over here, and very important is to keep in mind the drive distance that you have, because this is a linear direct at the pin hole, so you can work with the drive distance in order to calculate your slider. So in our situation, we went with 334 yards. That was 55% slider. So let's move on the approach. And here we go again with the sniper. We're going to use 5.5 backspin, which is pretty much maximum backspin with the sniper level 8. And 1 right spin. This time, because the wind is crosswind from right to left, we are trying to offset a bit the ball guide to the right side of the pin. It's hard to do that because there's a funnel there, and as more you move it, it'll gonna stick on the same spot. So here I'm doing 65% slider plus 15% elevation P1 numbers. After doing our adjustment, it's time to take our shot. Trying to pull here straight and also center the ball as best as I can. Here we bounce nicely before the fringe and roll up over there for a nice roll down to the pin. Nice. This worked perfect with the perfect shot. Great, we're gonna miss it. Unfortunately, we're gonna miss the funnel. Hope you hit perfect on the approach shot. And let's move to hole number 11. On hole 11, we're gonna use a sniper. In my case, I have sniper 10, so I can go with the navigator. But in your case, you can actually need a P2 or a P3, depending on your sniper level. Here I'm going with the 0.5 backspin and 0.8 right spin, having the half of the red ring outside of the rough uh, at the top of the +2 yard mark. If you have a sniper 9, you're gonna be at +4 yard mark. If you have a sniper level 7 and 8, you're gonna be at +8. So I'm adjusting here +25 P3, regardless of what ball I'm using. Try to do a straight pull and try to hit perfect. This rolls nicely towards the hole, hitting the pin on its way down. Nicely for a hole in one. Hope you get it. Let's move on the hole 12. On hole 12, we're gonna use an extra mile, and we're not gonna move our target. Here I'm going with with 4.5 topspin and 1 right spin, having a kingmaker in or a power free ball. If you want to use a titan, you can use a titan. I'm gonna be at max distance, and over here we're gonna adjust into overpower. And as you can see, I have 1.5 rings into overpower. I'm pushing back 2 yards because these shots are created for extra mile level 6 and 7 as well. So I'm pushing back those 2 yards that I have difference. So if you have extra mile level 8, you're gonna push 2. If you have extra mile level 9, you're gonna push 3 yards. Then I'm gonna go with 1.5 rings of overpower. The overpower I actually pulled into. We are getting here 350, 357, which will gonna be 65% slider. Let's move on the approach. On the approach, we're gonna use our Guardian, and we're gonna go with max backspin and half of left spin. We're gonna play here regarding of the drive distance as slider plus 20% P free. I'm going and checking that my second bounce it's actually one green square away from the hole to the right at the same level. And I'm trying to pull as straight as possible. This was money so far. We also dropped it for real, but also in practice. So we are adjusting, trying to center our ball. And this baby flies, going nicely over the hole and then turning back into it for a great albatross. Hope you got it as well. Let me know in the comments below. Let me try to look as a famous guy and having a lot of comments. Let me, I don't know, post everything you want there. Let's go on to hole number 13. On hole number 13, we're gonna go again with a rough bump with the sniper. This time we're gonna use mid plus 0% be free. Try to use sniper 10 numbers on your apps. We're going with the free left spin and half of a top spin. The ball guide, we're gonna go at the hole, and then we're gonna have a slightly 1159 pool. You see that my arrow it's flickering more to the left and more than to the right. That's a 1201 flicker. You're gonna have to have that in mind when you're playing this hole, because this is really important. Otherwise, you're gonna miss it to the right side. So doing that, hitting perfect. Nicely bounce on the rough there and goes into the cup. For a nice hole in one, let's move on to hole number 14. On hole number 14, we're gonna use our extra mile. I'm placing my inner ring at plus 28 yard mark, and then I'm applying 2 left spin and 4.5 top spin. After doing that, I'm trying to push the rings because I might have the trees in the face, and also these bushes over there gonna be hard to adjust properly. So I'm pushing the rings instead of pulling over here. And I'm having a tailwind angle. You're gonna have crosswinds or also a bit of headwind. If you have tail, push back to plus 28. Go with max overpower and inner wall, one ball of curl to the left. Here, perfect and great left, it's safe. Slight great right, I might think that we're gonna clip the rough on the right side. So in this case, I did a great left, but I also did a perfect and was perfectly fine. We just barely make it over from the rough, but is by far the best way to actually get an eagle here. So if you just got over from the rough, we're gonna play with the Endbringer rule plus 40% downhill. I was trying to go with a rapier, but unfortunately I placed the full topspin, and because of the being on a higher elevation, I'm not gonna have the full ball guide. So I played rapier with the Endbringer rule, which it works pretty much the same. I don't have the full ball guide, so I left it about one green square short from the hole. But if you have a Endbringer which has a better developed ball guide and you see the full ball guide, just place it at the hole. Adjust 40% based on the pin check for the distance and try to hit perfect. And it's gonna give you a very good opportunity to get the easy eagle for hole number 14. Let's move on to hole number 15. On hole, sorry for that. On hole number 15, we're gonna go with the no moving target, doing full topspin and one right spin. I'm gonna adjust here max plus 20 P3. And we're not gonna push up, but we're gonna do 5 rings of overpower. If you have a big topper level 6, we're gonna go with 4 rings of overpower. You're seeing that I'm placing inner wall right curl as well. This is just because of the grate that we are hitting here. If we are not placing the curl and hitting grate, we're not going to be able, not even with a sniper 10, to reach the rough bump. So the curl is needed in case of slight grates. On the second shot, even if we had that grate, we're gonna be okay. So currently I'm at plus 8 yard mark, which means I'm gonna be at 90% slider. I'm gonna go with around 3.8 to 4 top spin. I'm placing my white ring by the end of the rough there, and I'm offsetting a bit to the right side of the cup. I'm adjusting here, like I said, 90%, minus 10% P1, very important to place that in your app with my sniper 10. And it's time to take our shot. We are centering and hitting perfect. So I'm gonna bounce and roll nicely. Very close to miss it on the left side, but we'll take it for a nice albatross. Let's move on to hole number 16. Okay, on hole number 16, we're gonna go with the Guardian. Here we're gonna apply full backspin and one right spin. We're gonna have the second bounce as a reference and also the white ring. In case you have the Guardian level 9, you're just about close to the fringe there. The thing that you have to look for, it's actually the second bounce, it's the 5th green square from the fringe and 1 green square short from the whole line. You're adjusting here max plus 15 P3 and then you're gonna apply until the ring drops, just when the ring drops, and about 0.8 ball of curl to the right. So it's like 1 ball inner wall. Here it bounced nicely, rolls in the top, and then catch the funnel going into the hole for a nice hole in one. Let's move on to hole number 17. On hole 17, we're gonna go again with the big topper, and you can use, if you have a big topper level 4 and 5, you can use even a navigator. I use the katana just to be sure if I'm not going into overpower. So I place my full topspin and one left spin. Looking at my second bounce, it's actually over the rough there. I'm a bit into the bunker over here, but that's not the issue. I had the trees in the face, so it was really hard to pull the rings. So I decided to push it instead. Here I'm adjusting max plus 5 P3. And then it's time to take our shot. Trying to center the ball as best as you can and hit perfect. We're gonna bounce on the rough and then going towards the hole. We're gonna be left with a wedge from the fringe or being on the fairway or on the nice one. I had all three results with this shot. Hope you got as well, and just go and take the eagle. Let's move on to hole number 18. On hole number 18, we are going with, again, with the rock and Titan. We are placing at plus 13 with the rock level 7, with 50% of our red ring inside the rough. I'm adjusting here max plus 10, and we're gonna have as spins, we're gonna have 0.7 top spin and 2 left spin. We're gonna do around a bit more than half a ball of curl, so around 0.6 or something like that. And try to hit perfect. We placed the half of the red ring inside the rough there to have also slight great left save. Slight great right, it's also safe. We are looking to get at least 318 yards. We got 319 yards over there. So let's move on the approach. And over here, we're gonna play with our sniper. We're gonna have the blue ring, or close to the blue ring, at the end of the shadows over there, with the white ring by the rough on the left. After doing that, place the spin until you see that hook on at the end of the ball guide. Try to offset a bit to the left side as well. In this case, we had the maximum wind condition. So I was just trying to add a bit more spin, a bit less top spin, just to see exactly the hook over there. Doesn't really show in the replay. I was seeing actually a totally different angle over there. So I'm adjusting here max plus max minus 15% P free. So I'm gonna go uphill with our adjustment and try to hit perfect. We are bouncing where we aimed to bounce, and we're going on the right side of the pin there. Moving up and then going down into the hole for a nice albatross finish. Let me know if you drop it as well. And don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. Hope you find this guide useful, and leave a comment if you do. Let me know. And good luck. Bye.